Hi friends, this is Maya Lemberg. I'm a therapist here at True Integrative Health and Wellness in Atlanta, Georgia. And I've been doing weekly, sometimes bi-weekly videos of things that come up in my therapy sessions, topics, ideas, insights that I love to share with all of you. And what's been coming up lately for me is this idea of authenticity and living your authentic path and what that really means. So, as I like to start, we're going back to childhood. As children, you see a 2-year-old, a 3-year-old. There's a sense of wildness about them. There's a sense of freedom. They could make funny faces and play in the dirt and do all kinds of paints, and there's no real inhibition because it's okay to be just as they are. As we get older, our parents and teachers and other people around us, as we're aging and maturing, let us know that just as you are isn't actually really okay, because you have to fit into the confines of being here, of being in a particular culture, in a particular society, in a particular school, neighborhood, all of that. So we start to refine parts of us that aren't acceptable, that aren't okay, parts of our wildness, parts of our authenticity, parts of what make us pulse, that makes us feel alive. We shun it, we suppress it, we deny it, we dull it down, and we shove it. And have to kind of wear different masks to make it okay for us to be in school and in our jobs and even in our family. Sometimes we have to wear a mask. So this kind of suppression and denial of true authentic nature creates a lot of depression. It's a graying, a dulling of the wild soul. And when you tame it, when you dull your soul, it's very difficult to know what happened. Why am I not happy? Why am I feeling so disconnected? What's going on with me? So we want to start reconnecting to that 3-year-old, that 4-year-old self. And we do that by following our curiosity, by looking around and noticing what intrigues us. What are the colors that excite you? What are the things you want to come up to and smell? So first we follow your curiosity. Maybe there's a road that looks interesting that you really want to drive through instead of taking your normal route to work or normal route home. And then you want to let yourself indulge that inner child. If you want to smell a flower, smell a flower. If you want to stomp around or yell and shout, if you want to blow bubbles. And this might be a little bit difficult for people that are very used to acting and being a normal adult and making sure that you never look weird or do anything weird. But again, there's a 3-year-old, there's a 4-year-old child that is still alive and well inside of you and really wants to be given a chance to express itself. So we follow our curiosity and we start to really nurture that curious, inspired child that is looking at all of life as this one big giant playground to walk around and explore and just be. So we start to breathe in inspiration from everything around us, from the smells, from the sights, from the sounds, from the textures, and find delight in it and move towards that sense of pleasure, move towards that sense of curiosity and delight. And it just takes one small little thing, one little change every single day to start re-enlivening that wildness of your soul, that raw authenticity of who you are and what makes you tick. And before you know it, you might start to rediscover long lost passions and talents that were never given an opportunity to flower and bloom. So, all of this to say is your authenticity has always been there and will always be there. And sometimes it's buried deeply under masks and under layers. But if we start learning to listen from our hearts and listen into our impulses and intuitions and just trust them a little bit more, you can have a life that is more joyous and more natural and more wild and authentic than ever before. So that is my stream of consciousness around living your authenticity. This is Maya Lemberg once again. I do therapy sessions here in my office in Atlanta and over Skype, and you could find me at mayalembergcounseling.com. Thanks, friends. Hope you've enjoyed this little bit, and